Shalom. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, El Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kudash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also, I want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, I'm going to be in Jeremiah, the 5th chapter. It says, the word that Yahweh spake against Babylon, against the land of the Chaldeans, by Jeremiah the prophet. Alright, and this applies to the daughter of Babylon also, the actual Babylon America. Alright, Chaldeans, those are sorcerers. That's another word for sorcerers, witchcraft. And through the Spirit, Yahweh has revealed to me, there's a lot of witchcraft going on. Obviously, we know there's a lot of witchcraft, but you got a lot of witches and warlocks, in this place. A witch, everybody knows what a witch is. Well, a warlock is a word for a male witch, basically. So you have a ton of these people practicing this witchcraft, this sorcery. So this is, like I said, this chapter applied to also to Babylon America. Verse 2, declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. Alright, and Bel is Baal. Same thing, right? It goes back to demonic forces. And these witches and warlocks, they worship the Baphomet. They worship Baal. They worship, the wickedness, this witchcraft, sorcery. It's heavy here in Babylon, man. Trust me. These women, you meet a woman, man, a lot of times that bitch is a mother effing witch, Verse 3, for out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. In those days, and in that time, saith Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping, they shall go and seek Yahweh their power. And we're doing that now, You have the northern and southern kingdom coming together as in the days of old, as in the days of King David, right? When all the tribes were still one nation instead of two kingdoms. In verse 5 it says, they shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord in perpetual covenant, that may not be forgotten. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds, their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from the mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. Right, and it's talking about our people, first of all, the leadership, right? The leadership, the people who are leading our people, you so-called leaders in the so-called Black, Latino, Native American community. That ain't it. Y'all ain't got it. The true leaders are these men who are rising up through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, understanding this true knowledge. We're the true leadership of Israel, of the 12 tribes. And right now, we don't get to exercise our dominion and not until the kingdom comes. You see? But it tells you that your leaders have caused you to go astray. Like right now, you want to sit here and we're like a couple days away from the election. You want to sit here and tell me that Kamala Harris is an actual leader? I mean, And this upsets women and feminism and shit. You know? And this is part of the reason, a big part of the reason why this place has to be destroyed. Because the Lord never intended for a woman to have that kind of power, you know. And I know a lot of these women, especially this witchcraft and sorcery and Chaldeans out there, they hate the words I'm speaking, right? Because, you know, these women, what the Lord has revealed to me, there's a lot of these women are in that androgynous, I might be saying the word wrong, androgynous spirit, but it's a spirit of Baphomet, which goes back to having characteristics of masculinity and also femininity, right? Feminism, which the Lord's going to put to death all that madness. You know, you can bet the house on that. All right. This is the other thing it says here, it says they have gone from mountain to hill and forgotten their resting place. The resting place is our truth, our knowledge. When we're in order, you know, when we have the laws, statutes, and commandments, we're doing this in order. You know, that's going to cause us to rest, because it tells you in Micah 2:10, it says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction." You see that? So this place is polluted, man. And if you don't put the armor of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai on, this place can destroy you. It's going to take a lot of our people. We already know that. And it goes back to them not being in their resting place, right? Read another precept real quick. It says, Isaiah 1:5, "Why should you be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint." Meaning that the leadership, you're sick. You know how like if you have mental issues, they'll say you're sick in the head, right? This is how our people are. The way they think, the way their mindset is, the way they, the way they move in society, it's sickening, you know? And we're reading in Jeremiah how it's, it says that our leaders, the shepherds, have caused them to go astray, right? A shepherd is supposed to guide the flock, not scatter the flock. Jeremiah 50:7. All that have found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, "We offend not, because they have sinned against Yahweh, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers." Right, so they're saying it ain't on us. It's because they went off. That's what these heathen that devour you. They'll say it's not our fault that they're into this madness. It's because they went off, which they're right, you know. But they become your leaders because you believe all the heathen bullshit, right? You as an Israelite, you're supposed to come into your resting place, which is this knowledge and this truth. But yeah, you're getting devoured by all these different doctrines, these different philosophies, these different religions that you can, because Babylon has what they call the freedom of religion, right? And people think that's a good thing. So they're like, oh, look, it's on them, it ain't on us. But no, the way Yahweh sees it, both are going to get destroyed. Both you Israelites who go off, and also the heathen who have influenced you and fucked up your mindset and fucked up your goodness, you know. Verse 8, "Remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans, and be as the he-goats before the flocks. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Because the ultimate end all be all is going to be those nuclear missiles. And fire is a cleaning agent. And that's what Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai are going to use. They're going to use those nuclear missiles to restore, to get restoration, to get, to rid this place of wickedness, rid this place of sorcery, witchcraft, the Chaldeans, you see. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahweh. Right. It's going to feel good to take Babylon out. That's how these nations are going to feel. That, you know, the nations that end up coming against America, the ones who were once confederate with America, they're going to turn against her and burn her. You can read about that in Revelation, right? You know, because a lot of these countries are sick of America's shit. Why do you think they're creating the BRICS? That BRICS union is all about, you know, in layman's terms, in simple man's terms, BRICS is all about, basically, in a nutshell, fuck America, we're going to do our own thing. Verse 11, because you were glad, because you rejected, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because you are grown fat as the heifer at grass, and bellow as bulls. Right. And all these heathen nations have had their part in destroying the Israelites. You've all had a chance to devour the children of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, right? Verse 12, your mother shall be sore confounded, she that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Right? Because we know Babylon for sure is going to be made desolate. And desolation means like a desert with no hope, no future. You know, just a desert. Like I drove cross country a little bit a couple weeks back and went to Arizona. And when you drive from Colorado to Arizona, you there's a lot of spots that are desolate for long periods of time on that drive. There's you don't see no life really. I mean, there's wildlife out there, but it's not like you see it like in high numbers. In the animals, you're not going to just see a bunch of animals because it's a desert. All you see is dry land for miles and miles and miles. But it's going to be even worse than that because desolate, like when we drove cross country to Arizona, hey, there was at least some vegetation, some trees and whatnot. This is talking about when this happens, it's going to be this wilderness of dry land in a desert. It's not going to even have no trees. You ain't going to see no cactus. Because a cactus is a sign of life, right? When after the missiles hit this place, there ain't even going to be no cactuses in that desert. Verse 13. Because of the wrath of Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Right. That's just what I was saying. So not only that, there ain't going to be no people there. There ain't going to be no, you're not going to see these buffaloes or deers or lambs or sheep or goats. No, you ain't going to see no sign of life. It does speak about the doleful creatures, the habitation of devils, satyrs and unclean birds, unclean animals. But as far as like mammals and big ass, what they call like animals that you would hunt for food and stuff like that, you ain't gonna see none of that. No mountain lions, nothing like that. No lions, basically, you know what I'm talking about. It's gonna be desolate. Verse 13. Because of the wrath of Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Right, you're going to be surprised. Like, God damn, that used to be America? I remember when there was cities here. I remember when there was animals here. I remember there's people here. You ain't going to see none of that after the destruction. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, and shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against Yahweh. And that's the spirit these people are these other nations, that when they start firing off those missiles, they're not gonna hold back, man. They're not gonna be like, oh, wait a minute, I'm gonna have some pity on Babylon. No, the Lord's gonna put a spirit on them to look what it says, spare no arrows, meaning shoot all your fucking missiles at this place. It's gonna be overkill. All right. And in that day, and in that day of wrath, you better hope that the favor of Yahweh Bashem Yeshai is on you. Because we know if you're practicing sorcery, witchcraft, all this wickedness, man, you ain't got a chance. You ain't got a chance. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundation are fallen, her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of Yahweh to take vengeance upon her, as she hath done. Do unto her. Right. This place was established on wickedness. The Europeans, aka the Edomites, they came over here and they wrecked our people. They didn't destroy us. They may have destroyed a lot of us, a lot of our people mentally and physically, but the elect are going to be, going to get the win at the end. But you see, they destroyed the so-called Native Americans, who are the Gadites, the Reubenites, Oh shit.